update stuff to talk about. Now, we did attempt to do an update or do at least a patch note video yesterday. And yeah, it just never went up because I don't know. Twitch sucks, I guess. I'm not sure exactly. Actually, I'm gonna double check it here really fast because I don't want to be mad at them for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, the video never exported. Okay, well, that's cool. We're literally never gonna trust that again. Never gonna trust that ever again. And we're just going to do this a bit differently. So if you watch this on YouTube, just know that we're recording this live over on Twitch at the moment. And it is bright and early. All right, cool. Let's knock this out. Update video. Intro. Yeah. It's way too early to be too official and things like that. If you guys are new here, welcome. Hello. The Chrono, I do update videos, all that good stuff. You don't like to read, I read for you. That's what we're here for. Let's go over the patch notes. I know that sounded really good. Guys, I'm tired. You cut me some slack. All right, cool. So we're gonna go over the patch notes. I know we went over them yesterday. YouTube didn't get them, and unfortunately that video didn't go live. So just work with me here. Cool. So servers go live at 4 a.m. First things first, players. Adjusted potency for special equipment when player battle power is 4600 or greater. So basically it just brings Mars up because we've been getting stronger and stronger. Adjusted the Ranger class skill blight round so that it will still connect after enemies like boss enemies Pangolin switch parts. What I've been told is this is essentially Pangolin changing forms and not losing your blight because of it. So that's pretty dope. Just the hit detection for the free attacks of boss enemies, Amscavaris and Amsvera. I'm assuming this is because of the new version of AMS that we have, so that's pretty dope. And then change the graphics for boss enemies, High Renus and High. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name. I can't get it right, so we're not even going to try that. Quests and fields. Party invitation and join party functions can now be used in Alter Realm exploration, which is really nice. Change some quests such that the quest result will now display on claim reward screen, basically making it so it's just faster when you finish a quest. Change stellar packs so the smoke concealing them will disappear immediately after the trial clears, basically. The trial completion animation will be changed so that it does not play when clear conditions for quest is to complete a trial. And then adjust the graphic settings under option 2 so that some effects for updrafters and sky chargers will not be displayed when particle quality is set to 2. Basically, the updrafters and sky chargers weren't being affected by the graphic setting option for particle quality, and they're making it so it is. Interface changes. So a confirmation window will appear if an item that requires an N augmentation transfer pass is selected as a material for EX augment transfer or all augment transfer in the item lab. TLDR, this is a skill issue situation where if you're me, you accidentally use an augment transfer pass when you don't intend to. This is so another pop-up comes up saying, hey, did you want to do this? This is going to use a pass. Makes life feel a bit easier. To be honest, I still don't think there should be any requirement for transferring an EX augment, no matter where it's coming from. And I kind of hate the fact that there is one. I think that's silly. It should literally just allow you to go over, let you move over for free if it's just EX augments. But hey, that's neither here nor there. The following changes have been made to the material item selection screen under the item labs add augment menu. Standard sort will be removed from the sort options. Inventory and storage sections will now retain under the player until the player leaves the add augments menu. And the following sorting categories will be added to the material item selection screen under the item labs add augments menu. This is basically they're removing the standard sorting and they're adding all these new sorting options in to make it easier for you to find it. They're making it so you don't lose where you're at unless you actually leave out of the menu. So pretty cool stuff there. Yeah, and also battle power is going to be the default, which yikes. There's some things that give you battle power that just straight up shouldn't. But it is battle power, potency, damage resistance, potency, floor, HP, and PP. So, pretty cool stuff. Basically should be a little easier if you're trying to set up specific armor augments or whatever and get the most out of what you have. The target items icon and name will now be shown on the item lab results screen. The following changes have been made to the item enhancement menu in the item lab. Items will not be selectable if it exceeds the amount needed. Now, the way I believe this works specifically, because it wouldn't make any sense if it didn't work this way, and I'm pretty sure this is the intention of the change itself, but let's say you need 3 items to max out something you're enhancing. Let's say the first 2 gets you almost there, but that third one's what gets you to max on the enhancement. And you'd be able to put a 4th and a 5th in, basically, even though you don't need to. This is basically going to stop you from putting that 4th and that 5th in there. You still will put the 3rd in there to make it so you get to the maximum, but the 4th and the 5th that you didn't need at all, basically you wouldn't use them on that anymore. So it should make it a little bit easier for you to enhance things. Really, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a little bit of quality of life, but it's nice to see. Some display specifications have been changed. Changed equipment upgrade, augment transfer specifications for the item lab and the item trader so that the item name and icons are displayed upon success. The task and title task completion notification UI has been changed. Added a function to periodically display the list of items nearing expiration and expired items. Basically, again, skill issue of those who tend to forget about your tickets and things like that. Should be a bit easier. This one I actually do like quite a bit, and I think it's all right. Added items nearing expiration to the system menu under main menus. That's what we'll be adding to it as well, in case you skip past the pop-up. You can't say that you can't find it. It's still there. Change scratch tickets and reward boxes so the tickets and medals are stored into your storage can now be used for draws. This is nice. That means that you can just toss everything into your storage and not really think about it, and you can still use it as is normal. Hopefully you forget about them less. I probably still will forget about them. I think I actually did forget about some. Again, let's not talk about that. Adjusted pack item info in the AC and SG shop, so descriptions regarding pack details will be displayed. Trial rewards items will be added to auto sell drop items. That's going to be super dope because that means that it's more money to be made. Just keep in mind, for those of you guys who are curious, when you have auto sell enabled and you have Meseta buffs going, the Meseta buffs apply to the auto sale, but putting things into your inventory and then selling it after does not. Granted, this does not mean that you get a massive more amount of money. It is just whatever the percentage increase of your increased Meseta gains are applied to that auto sell. That's it. So if you have, like, let's say a 50% extra Meseta gain, what you're getting extra is that extra 50% Meseta. If you sell it afterwards, you just lose out on the 50%. That's it, which can be quite a bit over a long period of time. Rarity of 13-star greater items has been added to rarity settings for item drop animations, weapon/armor. The priority for some of the next selectable tasks when completing or abandoning tasks will be changed. Change the item placement and displays of status and stat information in the item lab. So, character creation. When selecting send to area chat in the salon, a notification will appear to inform players that it is not usable. Interesting. So you can't send to area chat from Salon. Wait, when selecting send to area chat in Salon, the notification. That's what that's saying. Okay. I was like, that seems a weird way of saying it, but that is exactly what they're saying. Added inventory and storage in the salon. This is also a skill issue. Use your tickets before you go into the salon. I'm not telling you the people that forget to grab their salon or their color tickets are the ones that are being flamed here. This is purely for people who tend to buy things and they don't use the ticket before they go into the salon. I am also those people. I have this skill items well. Added the face option. This is the new robot face that has like the mouth you can turn off, and it's very, very customizable. You'll love to see it. Items. Terra Trial will be added to the Augment capsule product list in the item lab under the exchange. So new trial. Love to see that. Added the following items to the product list under the exchange badge shop. Prez, the CV, which is kind of funny. There's 3 different ones of them. Interesting to see. Added. That was my USB. Lovely. I say that because I have a command for removing the USB or whatever that makes the noise. That one wasn't that. Added new items to the product list in exchange for purchase with some new build parts, and then added more trading for the target count bonus item. Line strike card buffs, which is really, really nice. They buff the 4 weakest cards as opposed to nerfing the stronger cards. Line strike homies, let me know how this works out for you guys. I'm curious to see if that actually is going to make these cards more usable. I noticed something about these cards and I was looking at them. I think they're all buff ally cards except for one. So interesting to see. And then a guide for displaying cards list in your current deck. So nice. Updating of easy photo mode. So basically they're making it so The character's neck and eyes return to their settings before easy photo mode was opened, if possible. And then the temporary camera safe setting will keep that same thing for you as well. So pretty straightforward, pretty nice. Following chat commands pertaining to the dimensional rift have been added. So you have background dimensional ripper off. This is kind of a long command. I saw people complaining about this on Twitter. I mean, I think it's this on purpose to deal with any future things as well. But because like, I mean, you could definitely shorten this to like ripper off or like background, or I mean, just BG ripper off or whatever it happens to be. And there might be a shorter version of this command as well. There usually is a long command and a short command, but this definitely will only pertain to that one specific thing. That way you have more, like the more specific the command is, the more types of commands you can have for those types. I'm assuming they're trying to like, you know, maybe future proof a bit, but like this could definitely be shorter. But it lets you turn off the dimensional rift in a photo room. So in case you don't like the dimensional rift. Added after blast animation camera to animation settings and options. Added after blast the auto chat settings, and then added more selectable emotes to the victory performance settings, and then changed rewards of the welcome back gift. I actually don't even know what the welcome back gift is, since I've always played this game. So you guys will have to let me know in the comments. Confirmed issues. This is really funny. So the max HP up granted by the address style or EX style skill address absorption is sometimes not retained when proceeding to the next floor in certain quests. Basically, like if you were to do, what is that quest called, chat? It's in Kavar. No, it's a Ritem. Oh, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But basically, you would go to like different floors. I want to say it's like 3 or 4. I mean, Ordinal Tower is one of them, but then there's also the other one. That's in, what is it? In Ritem or whatever. Basically, if you're going to the next floor, it's possible that you don't keep your HP up. So, I mean, that's kind of annoying. Hopefully they fix that soon. But it's kind of funny that we already have a bug with EX styles, and it's not even out yet. Basically, something they probably confirmed they couldn't fix, and they want to delay it. So it is what it is. A bug where title tasks for some high rank sectors cannot be accepted correctly, which is interesting. And they're working to fix those. In the bugs list, I went through this beforehand. There wasn't anything too crazy. Fix the bug. Special equipment Mars causes it equipable when moving between different sections of the city. The wanted icon not to be displayed properly. There was nothing too crazy here. And there was some PSO2 bugs, character creation, Salon, which specifications. Fix the bug with a shaved hairstyle, which caused some graphics not to display properly under certain conditions. This is funny. And then we get, of course, 20 star gems as a compensation for the error in the prize list. And like I said, servers go up at 4 a.m. So that's in about 25 minutes. This is for the patch note stuff. Let's go through the update info. I almost instinctively jumped to pause my recording, forgetting this is all live. So let's grab that. Grab Guilty Princess. EX style fast track apparently is going on, so that's pretty dope. New mini episodes. So fingers crossed there is more depth to these. These really need to have like a quest associated with them that has like a little something going on with it. Maybe like an instance, something similar to what we did when we went into Nameless for the first time with Faria. That's the type of quest we need for these like mini episodes. They should do those more often. Level cap increase and new EX styles. We are going to be testing these out today. We have 3 EX styles, Address, Blitz, and Celeste, up to level 30. This is basically their answer to, we want to create more classes, but we don't want to dwarf the use of the original classes, which I know some people really like the Salon classes, but that's kind of what they did. They just based outright replaced them. This is going to work alongside of your original class. So pretty cool stuff. I'm assuming these are going to level up. They're probably also going to add more of these EX styles in. And my guess is in like maybe, I was gonna say the groups of 3, but they might just do 1 at a time. So we'll have to see how that works out. Level cap for all classes raised to 110, like I mentioned. It's pretty dope, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and in case anyone's curious, EX styles will level along with you. They need more experience, of course, but they get the same amount of experience that you gain. So pretty cool. And they're activated via a thing called After Blast, which activates after you use your Photon Blast. So after you press Photon Blast, After Blast becomes available, and you can use After Blast to go into your EX style. So pretty cool stuff. I gotta figure out what the heck that is. That's getting real annoying. Let me actually mute this for you guys so you don't have to hear it. Crimson Realm is back in the Kavaris region. Crimson Realm will envelop Kavaris. Combat sectors. So basically we have Kavaris, Crimson Realm between Belagana Ruins and Lost Central. They're adding in a new boss, I believe. So we have the side, the changeover stuff, the PSE burst stuff, Fortes and Encores. I believe there's a new boss supposed to be popping up in here somewhere. I think AMS might be popping up in here somewhere. Or it might be a new one. New trial, like I mentioned. So it's Terra Trial. Looks like it is 4% or 4 PP, 5.5% potency, 1% damage resistance, and all damage down 5%. Dude, we are so tanky. It's not even funny. Requires 10 giga trials and then 50 of the new trias. So pretty cool stuff there. Like we're getting so tanky. Like it's insane how much bulk we're gonna have. I think I have 12% damage reduction, and I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to stack damage reduction. It's actually kind of wild. We also have a couple new Stia parts that have been added in. Hopefully we start to see the actual Stia background come in pretty soon. We got the Hex stuff as well as the pillars. That's going to make some pretty cool things. The line strike cards that we talked about that receive the balance adjustments. These are the 4 cards. And the new face option I mentioned earlier, where it's supposed to have more like customization for the face. You can get rid of your mouth and the eyes and all that good stuff. Various improvements and a few new features. We talked about most of these already, but like, of course, the item material items exceeding the amount for experience when enhancing something change. The warning message for an augmentation transfers. The battle power becoming the default filter. This is the thing they're changing up for the quest completion. So you can see like the actual result pops up along with all of the items immediately. So this is going to be a little bit faster overall. Basically, to make it so they're probably trying to combat against the fact that people are like just immediately abandoning quests like instantly as soon as the quest completion pops up. That way you don't have to wait for this to pop up. It's actually faster just to abandon. But I'm pretty sure people are still going to abandon. Adjust notification for task completion. So task completion pops up are going to be looking like this. You'll love to see it. Oh yeah, so it doesn't get in the way of the actual task you have going. It shows it right here. It's actually pretty nice. Improvements items with expiration dates. That's what this is going to look like here. Items nearing expiration. I mean, this is already expired, but you get the idea. And of course, inventory and storage cannot be opened in the Salon. There's probably going to be a button for it. I'm assuming down here or something like that, but you can open up inventory and storage from here. Using scratch tickets in your storage will be easier since you can use them from the storage. And of course, the command to hide the dimensional rift like we talked about. There's also going to be a rewind collection every single month. So keep that in mind. I believe the 21st is going to have the usual rewind collection. This is just a separate one, I think. Maybe I'm off about that. You guys don't have to double check that one. But I believe they mentioned they're going to have a rewind collection once a month, and I believe they said it was supposed to be the 21st. Unless it's the 1st and the 21st, and then in that case, oof. Head start, 10-day scratch or 10-a-day scratch, so 100 free pulls on this SG scratch. Pretty cool stuff here. Oh, it was the 1st and 21st. First focus on NGS items, 21st focus on PSO2 items. Well, there you go. Thank you for the correction, Rat. AC Scratch, Guilty Princess Styles. So we have another collaboration event that's going on. This is with a, what is it? With I think it's a model kit like collab. So that's cool. No Type 1 outfits because quite literally there are no Type 1 characters. So that makes perfect sense. But the camo might be interesting. So we'll have to see there. Includes cards, includes the usual stuff for collaboration. So if this is your jam, dope. Very, very exciting for you. If not, then hey, it's not a big deal. It doesn't really take much. That's pretty much it for the update information. We'll be basically farming out our new augments in Crimson Realm. Of course, we have the outfits themselves. Actually, yeah, there you go. All Type 2 is what we expected. Actually a pretty cool looking outfit. These are some things I would consider. Does that say Vorpal? Hidden Key Vorpal Sword? I kind of like that. Here's the problem, chat, is I kind of dig those swords. They're kind of cool. We might have to try to pick some up if they're cheap enough. Just for collection purposes. Nothing else here that I'm super interested in. I might want to pick up the BP item, so that's pretty cool. I think it's blue stands for blueprint anyway. Or for build part, excuse me. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Really? Yeah, this is still PSO2, chat. We are still playing Phantasy Star. Some things never change. What a graphic. This graphic looks better than the update information. That's hilarious. All right, so EX Styles Awaken Fast Track campaign for returning players. Get back into the front line. 30 million experience and powerful enhancement materials are up for grabs. Returning players only. You have the 10 a day. You have this returning players pack. Okay. Does this jump to a specific part of it? It does. Okay. So let's look through this. Enhance the latest equipment with ease. Skill rings just for logging in. Okay, nice. So up to 100 draw head start, 10 a day free SG scratch available indefinitely following the end of maintenance. Every player can receive 10 free pulls every day up to 100 free draws head start. Free SG scratch, which a new revamped lineup reset. Oh, nice. A new revamped lineup and reset scratch count. This means players who have received their 100 free pulls already will be able to receive another 100 free pulls. Returning players only. Welcome back login campaign. Oh, holy Christ. That's insanely good. So you get a bunch of money. You get 75. So you get a guaranteed augment or a guaranteed unit upgrade. You have 150 probably of JVOG ones. I could have used those, man. These are returning player only. Lame. You get prog vances, another 75. You get, dude, these are really good. I mean, granted, the fact that you have to wait a full 2 weeks for them kind of sucks, but that's really, really good. Welcome back, revamp. 5 days of material storage, 5 days of extra storage from 1. 10 star gems, grinders, and demios. Yo, this is actually really nice. We also have the treasure shop sale, which is going to sell JVOG series with preset skills, probably level 3. Prog armors with preset skills, hopefully level 3. Yep, JVOG Volt 1s and prog relevances. I need these ones. These are important actually for me. So I was hoping this was the case, and it seems to be the case. So we're good to go there. Equipment upgrade exclusive enhancement support campaign. So boost for JVOG, Vol'jin, Einden, Progress, and Esquil armor series. Basically build your freaking gear, making life easy. Guaranteed great success rate, it looks like, for upgrades, augmentation success rate, preset success rate bonuses plus 10%, and the required materials are halved, and the end Meseta discounted by 75%. I would have taken full material requirements and Meseta discounted by like 90%, but hey, do what we can. It looks like skill rings are on the 8th, so they weren't on the 1st, my mistake. Skill rings will be handed out. You get the simple guard ring for free just for logging in. On the 8th, it's 5% damage reduction. Love to see it. And that's pretty much it. This is actually a really nice event. I mean, the treasure shop is the big one here. So if you haven't built your weapon, if you haven't made your armor, if you're just coming back in for EX styles, this basically they're like, hey, here's an easy way to do it, get it done. I mean, I've been waiting for mine because I was casually working on my stuff while I was playing other stuff. Now I'm gonna be able to go ahead and take care of mine as soon as I log in. So pretty dope stuff to see here. That's pretty much everything, right? I think we covered it all, chat. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video, get this uploaded for you guys, and we're going to go ahead and jump in about 15 minutes. Servers go live. So when this video goes live, we likely will already be live playing the new update, leveling. So feel free to join us, come hang out, have a good time. We'll be leveling basically every EX style that I can level before I pass out at this point. And yeah, should have a good time. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being cool. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.